And begin with our open meeting. We'll start off with public participation. There is none, so we will go over to the staff reports by Dr. Mark Portery.
Thank you, President Johnson. Tonight, under our staff reports, we do have the Starlets from Sam Houston Elementary School. They are led by Mr. Gregory Broussard and Ms. Maxine Bean under the leadership of their principal, Mrs. Marcia Sharp. So I think they're out in the back. Yeah, Ms. Sharp is waving, and I think they're going to come forward. They're here somewhere, Ms. Sharp, right? Okay, well, we're ready for them.
Members, it is our privilege. We are Sam Houston. We're not only top in academics, we can do it all. And we show up, we show off. I've got 28 girls here tonight. They can dance, they can cheer, and I have our first flag team for elementary, which we're gonna work on to build it up with middle and high school. And I wanna thank y'all for your attention. We have our Starlight Spirit team. They consist of our high-stepping dancers, our sassy silks, and our pep squad. Pep Squad Captain Lizzie and Co-Captain Casey. Our High Steppers, Captain Joycelyn and Co-Captain Nakaya. Our captains for our Sassy Silks, Captain Jalissa and Co-Captain Talia. Now, I want to say one more thing about all my young ladies. These ladies have given up a lot of their summertime. We didn't just start at the beginning of the school year. We spent 3 days with the Flag Memorial. We spent several days with our Flame Memorial March and Flames and All-Star cheerleaders. So we want to thank all those groups for this work right here and what we've accomplished. We're very proud of it. And this is one that our marching flames taught us. Hokey. And Flash, you can come up, because I know you need to breathe.
Thank you.
Now, this is a dance we came up with on our own. It's the Buckeye Swag. Now, everybody can be on their feet for put out their fight song.
Okay, Mr. Broussard, hold on 1 second. If the young ladies would stay where they are, and if you would turn around and I'm sure the board would love to say something to you. And to our parents, we just, with everything you have, thank you for bringing them out, your time. Everyone is doing something, but you all are absolutely beautiful, talented, great, and everything else that's positive. Yeah.
I guess I'll start off. I guess you all can officially say that I've reached unk status. Okay, I've never stood up in a crowd like that with my cell phone, like holding like an iPad. I am so super duper proud of you all. You all came in bringing those HBCU vibes. I thought it was homecoming all over again. Just keep going. I do want to say thank you for your dedicated commitment. To hear that you all have been working on that for the past summer and replicating what you are seeing, but also not just replicating what you are seeing, but putting yourself where you will be when you get to the high school, when you become a flame, when you become a twirler, when you become whatever you become, you can say you've started here. So I do want to say thank you to all of you beautiful, talented young individuals, but also to, of course, the administration and all that is involved. Thank you. This is how we create culture. This is how we create a lasting culture, because this is going to start here. So by the time they get to the high school, we'll have to second guess who knows where they come from or who knows the fight song. So kudos to you, kudos to you, kudos to you.
First of all, I'd like to say, ladies, job well done, ladies, job well done. Y'all had me so fired up here, I'm ready for tomorrow night already. I'm ready for the football game tonight. Administration, Ms. Sharp, your team, y'all did an awesome job with these kids. I've been on the school board since 2015, and this is the most excitement we done had since I've been on the board by y'all coming here. I'll see y'all next year.
I want to say congratulations to all of you. Y'all have done a well job, and I want to thank Ms. Sharp for having the team. And this is the first cheerleader team we had perform in front of us at y'all grade level. Y'all did an excellent job. I'm so proud of all of you.
Miss Sharp, I expect to see these ladies performing at the basketball league this year. But ladies, you did a wonderful job. Look like we got a bright future with our Flames and Flag Girls, and y'all keep up the good work. Congratulations.
Let me ask Dr. Porter a question. Are these the students that were on the field a few days ago at the football game? Some of them. Some of them are shaking yes. I assume so. Y'all did a great job Friday night, but you did an outstanding job tonight as well. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Okay, lastly, I definitely want to say that I enjoyed this, coming from, being in extracurriculars from little all the way into being a varsity cheerleader. It definitely makes a big difference starting at a younger age. And I want to give kudos to you all for having the courage to come up here and do that. Nobody was shamed, shy, embarrassed, or anything. I mean, y'all got up here and really brought it. So I'm so proud of all of you young ladies. Continue to be great. Continue to work to perfect your craft, because definitely the example that y'all are showing is that it starts when you're younger. And when you work on that at a young age and perfect it, there's no limits by the time you get to high school on what y'all will be doing. I mean, we're going to have some UIL award-winning extracurricular activities. And it starts with your advisors, your sponsors, Ms. Sharp, and all of the other administration, and your parents, as they said, that probably been working all day but took the time to get you here on time and ready and spend, of course, whatever money they may need to spend, because I know some things may not be free. So definitely we give kudos to everyone for that. And in that same sense, I'd also like to give a shout out to our superintendent, because behind the scenes, he does push a lot of starting at a younger age. We're having problems where we get to a little drought we had when we get to high school, and there weren't many people in different curricular activities, and he noticed that, and I know that he does push that a lot on our elementary level all the way up and support that, because this is how, like Trustee Barty say, that we make our future. Like, this is how we get that going. We get you guys enthused about it. In turn, you're going to be eager to make the good grades and do everything you have to do to stay active in these type of different extracurriculars. So, I mean, just a shout out to everybody across the board from the top to the bottom and all the way to you beautiful young ladies. Continue to be great. Continue to invite us to everything that y'all have, because we definitely, as a board, love to support our youth. And I just enjoyed the whole performance.
Madam President, I think it's only right that we deem our Sam Houston Spirit Squad as our official school board halftime performance of the year.
Yes, yes,
I think it's only right that we deem you all that.
yes. I hope
We needed this.
And to Mr. Broussard and Mrs. Bean, thank you, because it takes a lot of time to work with our students, and you go over and above. So thank you very much. All right. Well, thank you. I have homework now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to eat. So thank you. We appreciate you.
TSU is waiting on you, by the way. Just letting y'all know. HBCU ready, I see.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Next on the agenda, we have Mr. Ricardo Celis. He is one of us. He works for BAI, Port Arthur Independent School District. He is the Student Parent Community Specialist, and he is also the PTA President for the entire district. So, Mr. Celis, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And I tell you, he has a whole lot of ideas, so he makes us all work.
Well, thank you for having me. Yes, I was gonna say that all of you know me for the work that I do for the multilingual department here at PAISD. But today I'm wearing a different hat, which is the Port Arthur City Council of PTA's president. And what we just saw, it was a demonstration of what happens when the school and the parents work together. We have students that like the ones we just saw, and we can accomplish whatever we want, right? Any goal, no matter how high it is, we can accomplish it if we work together, the parents and the schools. Well, the PTA, the mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. And the vision of PTA is every child's potential is a reality. And I guess we all agree on that. But if we work together, that will become, right? A little of background about the Port Arthur City Council of PTA is that it was founded between 1917 and 1920. So it has been working for more than 100 years. And after all that time, I have the privilege of being the first Hispanic president of the Port Arthur City Council of PTA. Thank you. In Texas, PTA is a powerful voice for children and a resource for families and schools. PTA at state level, at state and national, is a state and national organization with structure, bylaws, and support. And some of the benefits of belonging to PTA is that they provide advocacy, at the state and national level, liability insurance, leadership training, resources, and grants. And let me talk a little bit about the advocacy part. You know, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I believe that public education is under attack with the vouchers and, we need teachers, but they are raising the bar for people to become teachers every now and then. And what the PTA does is that they review every single bill that is written and they fight against them. They did fight against the vouchers. We didn't win, but they are here to support public schools. Um, about training, they offer a lot of training that is free for the members. And on that path, I had to go to the training myself. During the summer, I attended the Lone Star Leadership Weekend. It was in June 6th to June 8th. Then I went to the conference that is called the Lounge. It was in Dallas for 3 days also. But I was kind of surprised or amazed of the work that all the people at PTA do. Like during the leadership weekend, we started working at 8 a.m. and we will finish kind of at 8 p.m. So we worked through breakfast, through lunch, and even through dinner. So they do. But the other thing that amazed me is not only that they work, that they are able to give all this time to volunteer, but that they are really, really knowledgeable and that they don't hesitate um, to help others and to train others. Um, Also, I want to thank Dr. Pori for his support. Thanks to him, I participated during the leadership retreat. I talked to all principals during that day and all leaders or PTA leaders. I don't know if you remember, I also spoke to the whole entire PISD body during convocation, and now I'm here in front of you all. So thank you, Dr. Pori, for your support. There are some goals that we have as PTA this year. One of them is to have a PTA at every single school. We have it at most of them, but there are 3 schools that we're missing. We started working with them. Hopefully, the next time I'm here, I will have better news. I will say that every school has a PTA. So that's one of the goals. PTA gives some awards every year, and the 2 that I'm asking the schools to reach to, they're called the Golden Apple Award and the Voice for Every Child Award. The first one, that means that every single staff member of the school joined PTA. And the second one, the Voice for Every Child, that means that we have the same number of members as students in the school. So every child has a voice. And the other goal that I'm working on is to promote, create, and support scholarships. PTA offers scholarships for our students. So I want to make sure that our students take advantage and apply to these scholarships, but also I want to create one that we offer to our students. So there's 2 things that I want to ask you. First, I would like for every board member to join PTA. We get a state recognition when you all do that. And not only the board members, also the executive team. I invite you to select a school, the one that you like, and support them. And by the way, I also support Lincoln, so if you want to join Lincoln, call me. Yes, and the other thing is that PTA offers training on leadership, but we need parents to step in. So if you know someone that you can invite, encourage to be part not only of the PTA, but be part of the board, please encourage them and lead them to one of the schools. Between the things that we have done along with Dr. Porter, yesterday we had our first principal and PTA president breakfast, and it was a success. We had, all the schools were represented with the principals, and all PTAs were there present. So it was really a successful. I think after COVID, we've been struggling too. And this is the first time that I see a full room in a PTA meeting. So I'm inviting you to support, and if you are able to attend one of our meetings, usually is the first Wednesday of the month. And the other thing is that we want students to be part of PTA. Students can be part as themselves, not by their parents. They can pay their dues and they can participate in PTA. And by doing that, they will be able to take advantage of the leadership training. And if we encourage them to lead an activity, that's something that they can use to write when they are applying for scholarships. So we are going to give them opportunities to be the leaders in some activities. So that's another thing that I would like you to support. And I think that's it from my side. Do you have any questions for me?
I thought I heard. Well, first and foremost, let me take this privilege of having you stand before us by thanking you for all that you do. You do a lot in your official capacity, even beyond the hours at the library, working with students, helping them get where we need them to be. So thank you for that. But also thank you for not only wearing that hat, but now wearing this hat as the PTA president for the citywide, which is not an easy task, not an easy feat. Something that I'm well aware of. You know, my grandpa's been a part of that for, how old am I, 23? So 16 years. But what I will tell you is I want to thank you for coming to the board. I also want to thank Dr. Portery as well for establishing a better rapport and relationship with the PTA. And I want to put emphasis on that because the PTA is basically the parents' school board. This is where parents have an opportunity to work on campuses before things even get to us to actually have a greater effect and a chance to actually make change. And I'm not quite sure that our parents are fully aware of that. And so I appreciate your goals, and I want to charge you and challenge you too, in your term as president, to work closely with our administration while we have this partnership going on, to push that information out to the parents to understand that advocacy, especially in these times, advocacy is one of the most important things that we could be doing, not only for our students, but just for our city and our district. So I want to thank you for taking the charge, and thank you for taking the position and running with it. Thank you for meeting with our principals, because that's where things start on campus. And I'm glad you also mentioned too the PTSA, because I'm not sure that our students are also aware that they can join the PTA, because I was a part of PTA my ninth grade year at SFA. I was actually the first vice president for our PTA there on campus. And like you said, the leadership trainings that I was taught there, I'm pretty sure is kind of the reason why I'm here where I'm at today. So it makes a difference. So I definitely want to thank you and charge you with that. And I know for a fact our amazing superintendent is going to continue to do all that he has been doing to further that partnership, to make sure we really collaborate and make PTA in Port Arthur all that it can be.
Yes, I agree. Thank you.
One question, Dr. Sir.
Yes.
What time on that first Wednesday?
Okay, it's usually 11 a.m. Next meeting is November 5th. It's going to be here in the admin building. And Dr. Pori is our guest speaker.
I have a question.
So-
Dr. Brown has a question. Dr. Sattis, what would it take for each one of us to join the PTA? Or what process would you?
Yes, you reach out to the school, but basically you have to pay dues, the membership dues, which go from $8 to $10. Every school is different because every PTA is independent. But
I'll send you all a text
Good.
and collect your money as well.
I was going to say, I did mine already. Do it on the website is easier.
I just want to make it,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
You're a lifetime.
No, how
Oh,
much is
thank
it, she's
you.
saying? How much is it?
Oh, I don't have the number right now.
We'll
Yeah,
find
yeah,
out.
yeah. I get back to you.
I just want to say that I am a part of the Port Acres Elementary PTA.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
BTW.
You can do it.
Yes, another way is that you can go online and you can type Texas PTA, and there is join PTA there. So you can do it online too. Several of us, of our schools are there, not all of them, but I'm working on that. So every PTA will be online too for you to have more access, more easy access. Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay,
Mr.
I
Sullivan.
appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Okay. Next, we have the Director of Multilingual and Migrant Department, Mrs. Naomi Knowlton, and also Mrs. Vaughn, Multilingual and Migrant Program Supervisor that's here tonight. So she's, Mrs. Knowlton is very passionate about her department, and she is really good. The entire department is wonderful. So, Mrs. Knowlton.
Good evening. Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Portery, and executive leaders. Tonight I have the distinct privilege of presenting the 24-25 bilingual ESL program evaluation for Port Arthur ISD. This report fulfills state requirements under Chapter 89, 19 Texas Administrative Code, and it provides a clear look at how our programs are supporting linguistic, academic, and effective needs of our emergent bilingual students in the district. Before I begin with the actual report, what I wanted to just briefly note, in an effort to save time, because yes, I can talk. But what I've done is for each of the report that each of you have on your desk, it actually is the complete bilingual ESL program evaluation report. I am going to provide a very high summary of each section, and so it might appear that I'm going through the slides rather quickly. At any point, if you would like me to slow down or work through any of the slides, please let me know. But I am definitely going to give a high summary, and I'll ask you to attend to certain slides for your review and reference. We are going to begin today with our team. Just briefly, our department and team includes a strong group of individuals, and Dr. Porter already mentioned, but I would be remiss if I did not recognize Dr. Buwan, our program supervisor, and Mr. Celis, also here for a different purpose, but also with his work with our families and our students and our community. Together, we do ensure program fidelity. We maintain compliance with state and federal guidelines, and we provide high-quality instructional support across all of our campuses in the district. Moving forward, if you review the table of contents, this is the complete report, and it's an overview of tonight's presentation. We'll begin with, of course, program purpose and framework, and then move through student data, academic outcomes, professional development, and of course end with our bilingual exception and ESL waiver summary, a comparison from last year to what will be filed on or before November 1st of this year. There is an executive summary, that's slides of the report 7 through 9. So Port Arthur ISD currently implements 3 LIEPs. Those are our language instruction educational programs in the district. We have transitional bilingual early exit, ESL content-based, and ESL pullout. So these programs are designed to ensure that all of our emergent bilingual students have equitable access to grade level instruction while they acquire English proficiency. As outlined in these slides here, our bilingual programs serve Spanish-speaking students at Sam Houston. That's a hard act to follow, right? Lakeview, Terrell, and Wheatley. ESL programs are implemented at all campuses across the district. In total, We served last year 2,803 students, which is 34.9% of our total enrollment for 24-25. So that is all again, and the executive summary also lists the areas of the evaluation that must be covered in accordance with Texas Administrative Code. In the next section, and those are slides 10 through 14 of your report, it's going to go over the introduction and purpose, and the vision and mission and goals. So this annual evaluation fulfills both the TEA and the ESSA federal requirements and allows the district to reflect on how effectively we are in meeting those goals set forth by the state and the federal government. So our vision for the multilingual department and migrant department for the district is that every emergent bilingual immigrant and migrant student will have equitable access to culturally responsive education that celebrates all languages and all cultures in our district. Our mission is to promote academic excellence by addressing the effective linguistic and cognitive needs of all of our multilingual learners in the district. This work, of course, is aligned with the district mission and the expectations of Chapter 89 of the Texas Administrative Code. Moving forward, in the next section of the report, slides 15 through 24, it's a look at our emergent bilingual demographics, both at the state and both within state and district context. At the state level, and the next 3 slides are going to look at the state context. The state level, emergent bilingual students now make up 24.3% of Texas enrollment. That's over 1.3 million students. The state has seen nearly a 50% increase in emergent bilingual enrollment in the past decade. Moving forward to our snapshot. So Port Arthur ISD mirrors those state trends. 1 in 3 of our students is emergent bilingual. Spanish is the dominant home language at 96%. But we also have students that speak Vietnamese, Arabic, Mandarin, and many others. Over 83% of our emergent bilingual students classified as economically disadvantaged, and roughly 11% receive special education services. Please note the charts that are provided within the report as they show how our district demographics align closely to statewide data. This chart in particular shows that our Hispanic students, we are at 55.97%, and our emergent bilingual students, 34.86%. 91% of our emergent bilingual students identify as Hispanic or Latino. In the next few slides, you will see our statistics, our ethnic distribution, our emergent bilingual student distribution, our newcomer students, which is a steady increase year after year, our migratory, highly mobile students. These are a list of our home countries and the languages represented in our district. Moving to the next section, program implementation, the transitional bilingual, English as a second language. Provided in your report is an overview of our district LIEPs. So our language instruction educational programs are aligned, of course, to both the district improvement plan and to TEA's requirements. We operate the transitional bilingual program at 4 elementary campuses. ESL content-based and ESL pull-out programs district-wide pre-K through 12th grade. I wanted to highlight an important change, pardon, it's back on this slide here, that took place in July 2025, and that was the sunsetting of the Washington Elementary bilingual program for a number of reasons. With certified teachers bilingual teachers being relocated to Terrell Elementary to maintain transitional bilingual early exit program capacity for the current school year, 25-26 school year. The following slides in your presentation go through the transitional bilingual early exit program sites, pre-K through 5th grade. They also have a detailed component and description of our instructional models, transitional bilingual on your screen. Also our language allocation, also on the screen at this time. There are 2 visual illustrations for you for the transitional bilingual early exit model. This one here and this one here. The transitional model, we transition to English gradually. By the time the students are in 2nd grade, instruction is 100% in English. The next one is our ESL program sites, elementary, pre-K through 5th grade, and ESL program sites, secondary, 6th through 12th grade, along with the program descriptions of ESL content-based as well as ESL pull-out program models that are implemented across the district as well. So moving forward to the next section of your report, it's emergent bilingual student data, program participation, reclassification, and special program participation. And again, I'll provide the high summary. There's a lot of details within these portions, but I wanted to just start by saying that during the 25-24 school year, Port Arthur ISD did serve approximately 2,800 emergent bilingual students. So here's a detailed breakdown of by students served by instructional model. So we had 257 students who participated in the transitional bilingual program, fully staffed by bilingual teachers. 647 students received instruction through bilingual alternative language programs. 983 students participated in the state-approved ESL content-based or pull-out programs, where 843 students received instruction through alternative measures due to staffing shortages. The remaining 73 students were parental denials, meaning that although they qualified for services, the parents declined program participation. So together, this means that roughly 32% of our emergent bilingual students were served under alternative methods due to staffing constraints. And just take a moment, if you would, to review the charts provided. And also there is a high summary overview in your packet as well. I've also provided a 4-year longitudinal comparison for your review, just to take a moment to look at our emergent bilingual totals year after year. If what we're seeing on the screen is that we are increasing our numbers every year, which I'm sure this year will be no exception to this rule. These are our comparative highlights for your review, and this is pre-PEIMS snapshot, and so these are what, for the current school year, looking at the numbers by campus, and then of course our total numbers. The next section of this, for this report, is reclassification data, our reclassification rates of our emergent bilingual students. And just briefly, a student is reclassified as non-emergent bilingual if they meet reclassification criteria. And so it has to be, the student has to have passed STAR and have met the advanced high Intel pass. So it's a feat for a student to be reclassified. I wanted just to briefly note that we reclassified 127 students at the end of last year, which is the highest it's been since COVID. So it is a considerable feat. I wanted to take a moment to talk about our high-performing campuses. Jefferson Middle School reclassified 10.3%, Memorial 9th grade 7.4%, DeQueen 7.3%, Sam Houston 5.5%. Wilson Early College does stand out as a statistical outlier because they reclassified 61%. They have a smaller emergent bilingual cohort, but every year they're reclassifying over half of their emergent bilingual students as English proficient. We do have some areas of concern. Adams, Port Acres, and Terrell, they had limited reclassification rates, which just indicates they need more increased coaching and monitoring support for the current school year. So overall, the data is showing us that we have areas of strong progress, but there are also areas in need of targeted intervention and continuous improvement. So the following slides, the one I will show you, these are our reclassification comparison, and then of course our reclassification trends for last year. Okay. Moving through emergent bilingual students served in other special programs, slide 52 through 54. So the charts provided in this section basically show the intersection of emergent bilingual students' participation in other special programs. The largest overlaps are migrant at 12.4%, special education at 11.3%, followed by 504, dyslexia, GT, and dual enrollment. So it just demonstrates how critical it is for cross-departmental collaboration and ensuring equitable access for all students, including emergent bilingual students. In the next portion of your report is our LPAC compliance activities. And this is a super critical part because they maintain compliance for bilingual and ESL programs across the district. The Language Proficiency Assessment Committee ensures that identification, placement, and reclassification meet state and federal requirements for Port Arthur ISD. So every campus operates an LPAC team with a campus administrator, an ESL or bilingual educator, and a parent representative for all emergent bilingual students at that campus. So we conduct and we ensure, in accordance with board policy, which is provided on the screen for you now, that our LPAC teams are fully trained and prepared to carry out all compliance activities to keep Port Arthur 100% in compliance. And that is our goal, and we meet it every year. Provided for you also is the training that we provide to our teams to ensure that they can carry out all their duties and responsibilities effectively and in 100% compliance. Moving to the next section, it's curriculum and resources, and this one I will click through rather quickly, but we just wanted to note that in compliance with Texas Administrative Code, Chapter 89, point 1201, our district ensures that emergent bilingual students have equitable access to TEKS and ELPS-aligned materials, curriculum, libraries, and technologies. And the samples provided here are just a snippet of what is available to teachers and campuses to show that how content-based language instruction is embedded into all subjects, ensuring both linguistic and academic growth for our emergent bilingual students. And again, these are just some snippets provided. Like I said, I'll go quickly through these. Into the next section of your report is and that's slides 71 through 79, are your STAR academic performance and language proficiency performance of our students. Due to the nature of the involved nature of this section, I'm just going to ask that if you please review this portion of the report. What we have provided for you is our emergent bilingual students breakdown for STAR 2025, 3 through 8 district-wide. And in each one of the sections, we did provide highlights of both the English administration of the test and the Spanish administration of the test where applicable, right? Because the Spanish test stops at 5th grade. And so just be mindful that I won't go through each one of these sections, but they are there in the report for your review. So I'm just going to go through here. We have math, RLA, Spanish RLA, science, and social studies. Okay. Moving into the next portion, very important portion, of course. This is the 2025 TELPAS English Language Proficiency Report. We also see this in domain 3 of state accountability, but also in results-driven accountability as well. And so I just kind of wanted to take a moment to note that the Texas English Language Proficiency Assessment System, known as TELPAS, measures our students' growth in listening, speaking, reading, and writing annually, and it's tested in the spring. So only students with 2 consecutive years of TELPAS results are included in the state's official calculations, allowing us to track true language development over time. And so the slides that I'm about to show from you are actually snippets from the confidential reports in the TEAL system relating to domain 3 for each of the campuses. I wanted to take just a moment and go through the campuses and highlight the campuses that put in the work and that are showing progress in this area. Namely, Sam Houston Elementary, DeQueen Elementary, Adams, Jefferson Middle School, Lincoln Middle School, and campuses that need more support. We have Memorial High School, Lakeview, Terrell, Travis, and Port Acres. One of the things we are paying very close attention to is that campuses who did not close the gaps in their English language proficiency progress measure, working with campus teams through professional development, through progress monitoring, through increased coaching to strengthen language integration into core instruction, which will have an impact on this part of closing the gaps. Next, slides 95 through 101 bring us to our RDA data review. We are still dealing with the TEA's unmasked. The mask does not come out until November. But I wanted to just briefly show you that the results-driven results-driven accountability, or RDA, it is the state's accountability system that evaluates how well districts implement federally required programs, including bilingual ESL. So the report is used to determine monitoring and intervention for the district. RDA combines STAR and TELPAS into a single performance index used by TEA to evaluate our program effectiveness. So based on our internal analysis and the Region 5 ESC, their projection, Port Arthur ISD is expected to remain at a determination level 2 for bilingual ESL programs for the second consecutive year. This is a cause for celebration. Maintaining a DL2 means that our bilingual ESL programs are healthy. It means that we are not required to have TEA monitoring, reflecting a steady improvement and stronger alignment between instruction and assessment and compliance in our district. So while we continue to monitor risk indicators, we have several: ESL 5th grade science, ESL 8th grade social studies, TELPAS reading rates at beginner, because students don't want to take the test, not that they're not capable. Is progress demonstrates our targeted supports, not only as a department, but as a district, and also the professional learning and data-driven interventions that we must have in place to sustain a positive impact with regard to this. And I've just provided, if you were to just refer to your screen, all of our detailed indicators, our performance levels. 4 is bad. 3 is, we have to keep a close eye on it. So those are highlighted in yellow. 2 and 1, we really want zeros. And so this just gives you a detailed indicator by program, bilingual, ESL. Alternative, those are students that were not served by a certified educator, but they were still served in the program. Students not served are our denial students, end of course, TELPAS, and then the last one is graduation and dropout. And I just want to have it as a notable mention. If you look at our graduation rate of emergent bilingual students, we're at a 0. 0 is the best that you can get. And I know in speaking to other district directors, that's an area they struggle. So I want to commend just the district and the work that's done, because we are graduating our emergent bilingual students for work, for college, for life, at a high rate in Port Arthur, and that matters. That really matters. So where our graduation rate is high, our dropout rate is low. And so those are some beautiful things to look at when your graduation high and your dropout rate is low. So it's commendable. It's commendable to so many people that are not necessarily in this room right now, but I just wanted to not walk out of here without making mention of that. To the last two portions of this presentation, our staffing and professional development. Again, this is going to kind of go like rapid fire. Provided for you is frequency, scope, and results as per the requirement of the report. But if I may just say that professional development continues to be one of the district's most powerful drivers of school improvement. So from July 24 to August 25, we conducted over 40 professional development sessions, district-wide and or at a regional level. So over 120 of our teachers, aides, and administrators participated in these sessions. I also want to make note that we have a future bilingual teacher project within our department for the district. And we had multiple teachers, international professionals join that project. Ultimately, the goal for that is to ensure that we can staff our bilingual programs and we create a local sustainable process for supporting our international professionals that are living in Port Arthur, working, many of them working in our school district, some are not, that we help them to become bilingual teachers, because finding bilingual teachers is one of the most difficult things to do. And there are a number of reasons why it just got even more difficult. So we really just wanted to make mention of not just the frequency, the scope, and the results of all of the professional development we provided. We've also provided on your screen now, you'll see, and there's many pages of it, but we didn't want to not include all of the training that was provided on-site, district-wide, and again, things that we would send our teachers to do. And so there's multiple pages of that as well. Now, the final portion of this presentation today is our bilingual exceptions and ESL waivers. I just wanted to note that earlier this week, I met with Dr. Portery, members of the executive team, to review the bilingual exceptions that will be filed for the 25-26 school year. And so that process, we are ready to go and file those on or before November 1st. I would just like to note that the following slides that you will see are the requirements per state guidance in terms of filing bilingual exceptions or ESL waivers. When certified teachers are unavailable, the district must file bilingual exceptions and ESL waivers. For 24-25, I'm just going to get to that portion. So that's the 2024 filing. We filed 28 bilingual exceptions and 4 ESL waivers, a total of 32. For 2025, we've reduced that number to 22. We are filing 20 bilingual exceptions and 2 ESL waivers for the 25-26 school year. But that decrease is a significant improvement, and we are very, very happy to see that. Our action plan will continue to be to support our teachers pursuing certification, recruiting and retaining the bilingual teachers we have, dedicating at least 10% of the bilingual education allotment, which is an area that we need to increase funding to make sure we're meeting that minimum threshold, and to ensure high quality instruction for all emergent bilingual students, regardless if they're under an exception or a waiver. And I've just provided, this is the actual TEA application for your review. In conclusion, I wanted just to state that the evaluation, we come before you one time a year, and I know it is lengthy, but it also represents a lot of work and a lot of work that our campuses are doing when we serve almost 3,000 students. There is a lot that goes into staffing, supporting, and serving the students that are supported under bilingual and ESL educational programs. It gives us an opportunity to analyze data, to celebrate growth, and we have growth, and also to identify targeted areas for improvement. So our diversity is one of our greatest strengths because it fosters creativity and enriches learning for every student in Port Arthur. So as we move in, and we were saying, I can't believe it's already October. It's almost already November. As we continue through the 25-26 school year, our department will continue to collaborate across divisions to ensure equitable access, high quality instruction, and sustained progress for every emergent bilingual and migrant students. Thank each and every one of you for your continued support of our bilingual ESL programs and for your leadership, for supporting every student, regardless of language background, and that each student in Port Arthur has a right and an opportunity to thrive here. I would like to take this opportunity to commend each and every one of you and to the school board for your commitment to the work that we do for our students and their families. I am very proud to be part of a district that advocates for inclusive practices and educational equity for all students, including our language minority students. The district vision is clear. Languages and cultures strengthen our district. Language is not a barrier, it is a bridge to opportunity. And in Port Arthur ISD, we believe in the power of bilingualism. And that is all. Questions?
I want to acknowledge, well, first, is there anyone else wants to go first? I don't, okay. I want to acknowledge your passion and commitment with the work you're doing. I'd like to own the store passion that you've demonstrated. I appreciate it. And thank you, Dr. Owens, and any others who are part of your department, and certainly the superintendent. I was just thinking about Sam Houston Elementary, the presentation that we enjoyed this evening. The school for which Dr. Portery, most of you probably know this, was the principal of that school when I first came here a long time ago. But he was the principal of that school. And I don't want to ask you to do anything off the top of your head, but do you have a general idea of what the percentage of Hispanic students would be in that school?
I think Sam Houston sits there. They're predominantly Hispanic and predominantly emergent bilingual.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And you said something about it earlier, but that's what I thought. And the sponsor this evening, I mean, everybody heard it, who was here and paid attention, mentioned that they have the top scores in the school district.
They do.
Don't they? You know?
They do.
And Dr. Porter knows, I walk around with data and, everywhere I go. And so I remembered that, in fact, they're not just the top. Their overall rating was 87% out of 100% for the state of Texas. 87% out of 100. And so I just want to acknowledge that. And, I think a lot about time on task and, the idea, and I support extracurricular activities. So what Sam Houston is demonstrating very strongly, is you can not only have students engaged in activities, but also do the hard work of the academics.
Correct.
I just want to acknowledge that this evening. Thank you.
Yes. We are very proud of Sam Houston, and they are, again, that's a school that really believes in the power of bilingualism. And I just wanted to make notable mention here that a lot of times people think it's like, well, maybe they take all their tests in Spanish. They do not. So these are kids, these are emergent bilingual students performing on the English STAR test and on TELPAS, which is an English assessment of language proficiency. So we are very, very proud of Sam
But
Houston.
one other point, your last paragraph by the way, I really appreciate what you said. I don't, I know it was not by coincidence, or by accident, that you made those comments about inclusion. I mean, that was very powerful, and I thank you for that attitude, you and the superintendent and staff, because it doesn't happen that way everywhere, as you know. But anyway, I just want to acknowledge that as well. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay, no, ma'am, there's no more questions. We appreciate
Thank
your
you. We
presentation.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, let's see what we've done since we last heard from Mrs. Lott.
So this is our media and communications report for September 26th till today. We had a first time ever fall break, and it was the break that we didn't even know we needed, but we appreciate it so much. It came right on time. Prior to the fall break, we celebrated Homecoming 2025 in such a major way. And the top three pictures on the right, we had three varsity football players that were interviewed on Channel 12, and we received many compliments about how very well spoken they were and how professional they were. And I told them when I saw them when they came to the administration building that they already are ready for the NFL press conferences. In the middle, the high school hosted a college and career fair, and not only were colleges and companies present and visible to recruit, but also military branches. At the bottom in the middle, if you have received this in the mail, Valero sent the whole city of Port Arthur their newsletter, and our Back to School Fun Fest was featured on the front page. Our Marching Heat Band was featured in a news story about the $125,000 that they received with the approval from the school board to purchase new instruments. And this was also preceding their competition at the Baton Rouge Battle of the Bands on Southern University's campus, High School Battle of the Bands. These are some of our October observations. These are not all of them, but these are some of them. We celebrated National School Bus Safety Week, National School Lunch Week. We celebrated Custodian Day, and we were proud to see that all of our campuses publicly celebrated their custodians across social media. This is Principal Appreciation Month, and campuses have been celebrating their principals all month. We have celebrated them on social media, and we will also celebrate them at our next leadership meeting. We also celebrated Texas Education Human Resources Day, and today we actually kicked off our 2025 Red Ribbon Week celebration, and this year's theme, Life is a Puzzle, Solve It, Drug Free. These are some of our Homecoming Week celebrations. Our tiniest Titans actually had a first responders day because they were going to clean up and fix up the mess that was made when the Titans demolished the tornadoes. Sam Houston Life Skills students celebrated in this Western Day dress up. Here are my favorite student teacher swap. So the students dressed up as teachers and the teachers dressed up as students. And I don't know if they call it Senior Citizen Day or what they call it, but I think the high school enjoys dressing up like the elderly more so than the elementary students. And then they also enjoy the Decades Day dressing like we did back in the day. Our administration building had our first ever homecoming parade inside the building and outside of the building. And we invited our football players and our auxiliaries to come and witness the homecoming parade, but also we had a pep rally in the parking lot of the administration building. So that was a whole lot of fun, as you can see from the photos. I mean, you wouldn't even know that those are supply carts that they turned into homecoming floats. We had a Texas-sized mum that the ninth grade academy students and teachers assembled, and it was featured on Channel 12 News. This is our homecoming queen and king, and a couple of pictures from the homecoming dance over at the high school. And the theme, I think, was Homecoming on the Bayou or Princess and the Frog or something to that effect. Booker T. Washington's communities and schools liaison, counselor, and social worker put together a list of community resources, which is the bottom left corner of, I'm sorry, the bottom right corner of the slide, but at the top left corner, they had a drive-through event where they invited the students' families to drive through, and they gave the resource list out, but they also gave those treat bags that also contain resources to help families. Inside the yellow square, we have some of our tiniest titans observing insects and science. In the middle, we have two of our Terrell Elementary School teachers on after-school traffic duty. Wheatley Early College, a group of teachers actually went to the Pink Out football game last week to support the students. Adams Elementary put out a library newsletter that had fun facts about their particular campus library that I thought was very cute and informative. And at the bottom left corner, Travis held their annual Read to Succeed program, which is one of my favorites because all of the students and the staff dress up as their favorite storybook characters. And that was sponsored by their campus business partner, Chevron. A couple of our campuses, Adams and Washington, had Lego challenges for their students. TJ has a crew that does the morning announcements and a separate crew that raises and lowers the flags every day. So they're showing off their t-shirts for their organizations. The bottom left corner, we have Lincoln's Homecoming King and Queen. And then on the right, this was a list of important reminders that the high school put out prior to the end of the first quarter, just so that students know what they need to make sure they have taken care of before report cards came out, which report cards came out last Friday. This is a very large group of our Wilson Early College seniors who found out what campus they were matched to for our student teacher interns. So it was pretty exciting for them to come and be trained in orientation and then to receive their envelopes and find out what campus they matched to. It reminded me of when students are going to medical school and they open up the letter to see what medical school they matched to. Someone at Terrell dressed up as Papa Smurf for homecoming week. The city of Park, the health department, they did inspections of different cafeterias and restaurants, and they did evaluate 10 out of our 16 schools, and all of the 10 schools received high A averages. And so we posted our All A honor roll on social media, and people in the comments asking about the campuses that weren't there, but they didn't inspect those yet. So when we receive those reports, we'll post those A's as well. At the bottom left, our CTE real estate class went to City Hall and met the mayor. TJ, last spring, we heard Dr. Lewis present a proposal for a 6th grade gifted and talented pilot program. So that class has been established, and this is a group picture of one of their recent field trips. It's called Ignite. That's the name of the program, the Ignite program. And then one of the 2nd grade classes at Travis had read to a friend, and if you notice, the friend is the stuffed animal that's sitting on their desk. The high school theater arts teacher who is new to the campus, but she's also a Memorial High School theater class alumni. She and the other fine arts teachers put on a very nice One Big Titan Fiesta. So it involved different fine arts groups and classes at the high school, and they put on performances for each grade level. So everybody in the school was able to enjoy their celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. This year, Kelly Education Services is celebrating 20 years of partnership with our school district. Last week, there were several celebrations of the 20 years. And so these are some of the pictures from some of the celebrations, and we will be sharing more pictures as they send them to us. The Memorial High School organized a breast cancer awareness walkathon. Donations benefited the Julie Rogers Gift of Life program. They raised $1,500. There was one particular soccer player who raised over $100 by himself. This was the first day of the fall break, and just look at how many students came to participate in this event on their first day of fall break. The entire band, the whole drill team, all of the cheerleader squads, all of the volleyball teams Wilson Early College Fitness Club and Asian Club, and then there were community groups as well. So it was very well attended. Everybody enjoyed it. There was a bounce house, there was a DJ, there were food trucks. It was a really nice showing, and there is a highlight video that is on our YouTube channel today that we put on social media. In athletics, yesterday and today, our Lady Titans basketball and powerlifting teams had tryouts. I think last week it was, Thomas Jefferson's 8th grade volleyball team came in second place at the annual Beaumont ISD Middle School Volleyball Tournament. Yesterday was the Clash of the Titans, and Lincoln was victorious. Tonight that was the football Clash of the Titans. Lincoln won the football game. Tonight is the Clash of the Titans for volleyball. And so we will find out later on tonight or tomorrow who won out of Lincoln and TJ with the volleyball. Our volleyball team received grant money from Valero to purchase pink jerseys and pink warm-up shirts. So now we have pink jerseys to wear every October. So there was a pink out game last Friday, and then they had their first district win versus Baytown Lee. And at the conclusion of that game, Senior Kennedy Meeks, who spoke at the last school board meeting, was recognized because she earned her 500 career dig during that game. Here are pictures from that Southern University High School Battle of the Bands. All of our auxiliaries placed in the top 3 positions, the drill team, the band, and the flags and the twirlers. The top right are pictures from Lincoln's homecoming football game, and the bottom right, these are pictures from the various age groups that attended the Mini Flames camp. So these are the kids who were so fantastic on the field Friday night. And some of them are already ready for high school, as you can tell from the videos that were posted on social media of these future Flames. These are some of our community engagement announcements. This Saturday, the City of Port Arthur's Beautification Commission is having a fall sweep, so it's a community cleanup. They are meeting under the pavilion on Proctor at 8 a.m. They will provide breakfast and lunch to those who are registered, and we have put the word out. So it's a very aggressive campaign from the chairperson of this commission to get the community to come out and help clean up the community. Lincoln is also going to have a RLA Elevating to Success event next Thursday, October 30th at 5 o'clock in the Lincoln cafeteria. And they are inviting parents, teachers, and also community members and stakeholders to this event. These are more community engagement events. Our organizations are participating. For example, the bottom left, the Flames participated in our city's annual National Night Out with first responders. This, I think it was this past Saturday, GT Tame had a STEM day on Pleasure Island, and it was attended by a lot of our students, as you can tell from the picture, of various ages. The biggest group was likely the GT Tame group from Wilson. Next Thursday, October 30th, Wilson's Bible Club will be hosting a trunk or treat event at the school from 5:30 to 7 p.m. We sent a safety survey to all of our parents, all of our staff members, all of our employees, and to our 4th through 12th grade students to gauge their perception of safety in our schools across the district. And we have been getting a lot of responses because I've been sending a lot of reminders to the community's parents, staff, and students to ask them to complete the survey. So we have, I want to say, over 400 responses already, and we're going to close the survey out at the end of the month. So hopefully we'll hit 1,000 before we get to the end of the month. As far as our alumni accomplishments, Casey Randalls graduated in May, and she is already making her mark in Southern University's band. She was featured in a video on their social media, and she talked about her high school marching band experience and her transition to college marching band. And she is going to school to be a nurse, so she talked about studying to become a nurse. Jamal Charles was inducted into the Collegiate Football Hall of Fame. We also received a huge donation from the Houston Association of Port Arthurans. Every year, they donate uniforms, belts, underwear, socks, spirit shirts, and college shirts to our students. And so to me, it seems like every year the donations increase. And so our social workers are able to service more students and families in needs. And so those donations will go to students and families that qualify. We are honoring the memory of Geraldine Frank, who recently transitioned. She was a retired Wheatley School of Early Childhood bus aide. And this is our social media stats for the month. We did publish an electronic Hispanic Heritage Month magazine that showed the different ways that the campus has celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month this year. Thanks to our Assistant Superintendent of Operations, she discovered a treasure trove of old football programs. So I have been posting screenshots of some of the pages from those programs throughout the weeks, and people have been tagging the people that they see in these old school pictures, and it goes back to like 1996, 1997, 2000, 2001. So everybody has been enjoying taking that trip down memory lane. We celebrated our 10th anniversary of our Facebook presence. We also shared 3 very important district updates, which are updates to our stadium and athletics policies, turnaround plans for Alpha and Memorial, which also included a parent input survey that we have been encouraging parents to make their voices heard and complete those surveys so that we have feedback from them, and also the cap letter for Jefferson. Homecoming helped us to have over 2 million views on our Facebook content for the past month, and we have gained almost 400 new Facebook followers. And that concludes my report.
President Johnson, board members, you can see from what we presented tonight that we are busy. And you know what? We're still having fun. So
Yeah.
that's the main thing. Thank you. That concludes our report.
I did quickly want to highlight too, the media team has been doing the dang thing with the football games, okay? You almost made me want to watch it while I'm sitting at the game because the theatrics that you all have added to it has really heightened the experience. So kudos to that team. And hopefully too, maybe we can replicate that and get some students involved with some student commentators. Yeah. A huge shout out to them because they are definitely making some movements with that for sure.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And they have the students that commentate with them.
Yes, they do. Mhm.
Okay, moving on to our minutes. Considering if appropriate, approve minutes of the September 25th, 2025 Board of Trustees meeting. Can I get a motion?
Second.
It's been moved by trustee Secretary Diane Brown, and second by trustee Getwood. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving on to consent agenda. The following items, which are of routine and or recurring nature, have been designated consent agenda items by the board president per policy BE local. All of the items in the consent agenda will be acted upon by one vote without being discussed separately unless requested by a trustee, in which event the item or items will be withdrawn immediately for individual consideration in its normal sequence after the items not requiring separate discussions have been acted upon. I will give you a moment to review the consent agenda items. We will pull number 4 from our consent agenda items. So you will be reviewing numbers 1 through 3 and then 5 through 15.
Madam President, I would also like to pull number 15 for a separate consideration.
Okay, we will also pull number 15 as well. So it's 1 through 3 and then 5 through 14 will be all voted on as one. I entertain a motion from there once you all finish. Anybody?
Second.
Okay, it's been
I was
moved by
gonna give somebody a
Secretary
chance.
Diane Brown and second by Trustee Lofton to approve those items 1 through 3 and then 5 through 14. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, item number 15. Madam President, I move that the board adopt the resolution casting equal votes for Donald Frank and Mary Wyckoff for the Jefferson Central Appraisal District Board of Directors for a term of, the term of 2026 to 2029.
Okay, it's been moved by trustee, Getwood and second by trustee, Johnny Brown. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, moving forward to personnel.
President Johnson, board members, I would like to pull Board 2, 3, and 4. And I am saying that we've given you the approval, asking for approval for the employment of teachers.
So move for approval.
Second.
It's been moved by trustee Getwood and second by secretary Diane Brown. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Information.
Average daily enrollment by month, 7,889. Average daily attendance by month, 92.78.
Madam President, before we adjourn, I also would like to acknowledge the beautiful presence of some beautiful ladies from Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated in the building with us tonight. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being here.
Yes, thank you so much for attending and coming and supporting us at the board meeting tonight. We definitely love to see when anyone comes and supports us here at the meeting, just to get the information and knowledge. So thank you again for coming, as you do and as you have done in the past quite often. So we appreciate that.
Shout out to DST.
All right, if there's nothing else, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So move.
It's been moved by trustee Getwood and seconded. We are adjourned. Oh, was it second?
Who's second?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. You didn't second that, did you?
Yeah, she seconded Diane
Okay,
Brown.
Diane Brown, I'm sorry.
She didn't.
Okay. I thought she did.